Hey, good morning, guys. This morning, we're putting rear brakes on a 2016 Honda Odyssey minivan. It's a DIY. We don't have a lift, we don't have a garage. So it's pretty warm this morning. It's early, so I can't even get out all of my loud equipment. So we're trying to do this manually. I broke these free with my socket and have to use a cheater bar because I can't get into my my good wrenches yet. It's way too early. So broke them loose while it was on the ground, jacked it up here, just took this off the ground a little bit. So now we can go back, maybe. Loose. There you go. Got the tire off. Let me take you up close. Yeah, there's not a real good place to show you in here, but these are the two. There's a 12 millimeter screw here and a 12 millimeter screw here, and that's what we need to break loose. And they shouldn't be too tight. They're not. That's good. Lean this count a little bit. You can get this loose enough so you can pull it off. Push it back a little bit. Come on. Not going to push it back here. There's that right there. Pull it there. Now I do when I loosen the bottom line sometimes. You can just pull it out. Let's see. On some cars, you don't have to take the bottom out. You can clean it back. I don't know about this. So let's see. Let's just see if I have to take it all the way out. Yeah, I think we're just going to take it all the way out. Sometimes, well, you just can't see in there. Sorry about that. I'll tell you, you can take the top bolt out. And this whole, let me move you to the other side. Hold on. And sometimes this, leaving the bottom bolt in, will just rotate out, put new pads in, rotate it back, and you're over and done with. But this one doesn't seem like it really wants to do that, so it's not a big deal to take this out. If we have to take the other bolt out, we just do. Not a big deal. But there's a brake line attached, so you never want to stretch the brake line. So when you pull these out, like this, you just got to work it back and forth till it comes out like that. There's a brake line on the back side. So for me, I like to just put it up here where the brake line's got no torsion on it whatsoever. No issues. So, all right, there's the brake pads. Here's one. Here's one. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, those don't look too bad, actually. Still got some brake pad left on the outside. Still got some brake pad on the inside. Huh. I'm not sure what Honda was talking about, but see that slit in the middle? We're not even down to that yet. That's usually when you need to replace those. But, all right, stand by. Okay, so what I did off camera, we're going to be pushing this piston back all the way closed or open, I guess you'd call it. And I always pop the hood and I loosen the brake fluid cap. because if we're going to be pushing any fluid back that way, I don't want there to be pressure on the back feed. Okay. And so here's the piston, and I'm sorry if you can't see in there very well. It's not a great shot, but I usually just put a brake pad on there like that. Grab a C-clamp somewhere. You can find a C-clamp. Open it up. Put that right down there. Come on. There you go. And it shouldn't be too hard just to push that piston back when you tighten that down. It should actually go pretty easy. And I'm sorry, it's dark in here. It's early in the morning, and it's just not a good view for you guys. I'm sorry. But it's going in real easy. So I'm trying to get this the best I can. Give it a nice little area. Try to hit the middle of that pad if you can. Which sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's hard. All right, hang on. I'm going to see if I can get you guys a better picture than where we're at. Okay, I think we're back up in here. And we're just going to tighten that up slowly. Push that piston back down. Slowly. Because the new brake pads are so thick, you got to give yourself some room. Yeah, and it's turning very easily. Pushing it back in. Good. Nice and easy. And take your time. Don't rush with it. If you give it a second, it's pushing that piston back nice and slow. So you just want to take your time. And now it's all the way back in. Okay. So, like I said, I use the old brake pad that I grab onto, and I put that in there. And then it pushes that back. Perfect. And then check the rubber seal around here. You want to make sure the rubber's in there like it is. Good. Okay. And just make sure all the way around that rubber's back the way it's supposed to be. That's good. You don't want it hitting anything. And I'll check if it's up here anywhere. Just make sure it's in. That's all you got to do. Just like that. Just like that. Perfect. Back in and perfection. Okay. Stand by. All right. Again, hope you can see this. It's not in the best of angles in there, unfortunately. But we're gonna pop these brake pads back in. Possibly. And let's get the rear pad. And I clipped on the little wear bar here on the back. Oh, where is it at? Can you see it there? There you go. I clipped that on the back of that new, the old Ray Bestis top of the line brake pads. All right, let's see if we can get these in here. It is dark this morning. I can't see hardly anything in here. That's what I get for coming out early, trying to get it before the heat gets going. You know, I'm just not wanting to be sweating all over the place. Come on, brake pads. Snap in there. Yeah, she was looking good there a second ago. Oh, come on. What's the deal here, dude? Come on. It has to get the top in first. Then you got to get the bottom in just right. And then it's supposed to just snap right in, but as usual, well, She's not snapping the bottom. The back just snapped right in like she's supposed to. All right, what's the deal here? I already got this all cleaned up good. Everything looks good. All right, let's give her a whirl. See, this is the DIY of Daryl right here. This is how things work. You know, when you just got to get these brake pads just in here like perfection, like that, and then they slide them together. Now the old ones didn't have this. Well, if you can see this, let me make sure that's turned down there just enough for you guys to see. Sorry about that if you missed out on some of that. So these new Raybestos that we got, they have some of these little prongers in here to keep the pads off the backside. But unfortunately, I'm half blind and I can't see where there's little holes here and here. If I can get that in there and there. And these are pretty nice. See, they fit there. Let's put another one up here on the top side. Now the old pads didn't have that. And what this will do is it's got a little spring to it. It'll keep the pads away from the rotor, which is a pretty good deal. Some pads have them, some pads don't. Obviously, Honda didn't send them with those originally. The only problem with that is these want to spring and push your brake pads away. So it's kind of a combo deal. You got to be really careful when you put your cylinder back on. Okay, now, and I did bungee that thing up there in the corner just to, you know, my mom taught me that when I was a kid. Use a bungee strap there, boy. Always works. So, all right, then you just got to get this lined up. And I know we got the pistons pushed in. These work really good. I checked them. Got that rubber all working real good. And then just like that, she slides right in perfect. Just perfect. And I show you how the old Type A personality is. I use the same nut. You know what? I didn't like that squeaking. Let me just put a smidge of grease on that so she won't make that noise anymore. Well, don't put that just put some grease on there. Now you can work in there, possibly. All right, go ahead and let it perfect. There we go. And put some grease on the bottom. Yeah, I keep these. That's the same. It's in the same place all the time. Again, just my personality. Just my personality. Okay. And get all the techniques, right? You don't get these back. Start getting them snug. And get this one snug, and we'll just tighten them up. Right there. All right. Get it down. All right. Now stand by back up and we'll put the tire back on. All right. Let's see if we got this on here. Yeah, she's not hard enough. Not big enough to be able to fire up all the loud toys. And we're going to have to do this by hand. It's all right. We're okay. But if we waited till noon, you wouldn't want to see old fat man stuff, do you? That's what I read. It's not a problem. All right, let's loosen these back. Come on, dude. We're going to take this back out here. This one nice and tight. Let's see if we can get the other side. We'll be able to fire up all my nice good wrenches. I don't think so. We're going to have this out here done. Hopefully by 8 o'clock this morning. I feel a little sweat running out my back, which means I'll just drink more coffee. All right, now. I'm just going to get these snug for now. This rear tire will turn if I don't have a foothold right now. And then, okay, so that one. Got just a little snug all the way around. Just like that. Okay, now, I am going to just put a little pressure, just reduce this tire down a smidge. There, he's on the ground. There you go. We'll go all the way on just a smidge. And then we will tighten her up here before we get to torque her down. Okay, I'll put the torque specs hopefully somewhere up here. And then we'll get these this wheel torqued down. We'll get to the other side. I'm not going to film the other side, but if something comes up that's different, we'll get back with you. Otherwise, stand by. Well, just so you don't think I'm shortchanging you this morning, here we are over on the passenger side, okay? See all that sweat? Look at that. I work for a living, right? I do not. So let's get out these Raybestos plate. These are some good pads, really good pads. Well, it says the best in brakes. Well, how can that be wrong? The best in brakes. You can't go wrong if they're the best in brakes. Not at all. All right, let's show you this here clip. Where did this one go? I think it went on this side. Here's that clip. It's the squeaker. Okay. And what I'm doing is matching it up. There we go. There we go. Pops right on. I matched it up with the old pad. There's the old pad with the squeaker. There. I matched her up with that one. And those always go on the inside. Okay. So we're going to, we got these all cleaned up now. They look real good. All the hardware is really in good shape. Make sure you don't get any grease on there. Got to keep her down and away, down and away. Yep, almost touched some grease on there. Come on there, bud. Keep her away. All right. Let's go pop in there. Come on, Cisco. Well, I thought she was going to pop right in like the other side. The other side just, come on, come on. Yeah, the other side just popped right in for me like usual. All right. Let's see if we can get a little top side work here. Well, of course, now the front side went in like a charm. Well, let's get the back side in there. Come on, bud. Yeah, if I could see better, I'd be all right, wouldn't I? Boy. Right about now is that time you think, you know, I could have taken her to the garage for a couple $100, and she'd have worked like a charm. And they'd have fixed me right up. There we go. We just had to finagle her a smidge. Okay. Got that piston all pushed back in, good and smooth. Right there. That's the way we like it. Good and smooth. Keeping her, make sure up here at the top that she's all the way in, right there. Just got to make sure. Just like that. Just like that. Happens every time. All right. All right. Remember, don't get her too tight on the brake pad, the brake line. Looky there. And I checked these little rubber pieces. They work really good. They're smooth. They are smooth. Put a little grease on that top bolt. Just get back in here the right way. Line her up. Get her started. And well, you pop my case out there. I bet the 3 cents was like 3. I've slept through 3 cents was. Not a lot. Usually I go for 2, but it's like, serious? Get down here, get another. Yeah, now I can't work on my own stuff. Okay, so try to do that. Can't make it work sound. I don't know how to do it. All right, actually, we got pump brakes. After we put this tire on. Actually, pump brakes. Okay. And I'll show you all that real quick here. Once I get this tire on, line her up. There we go. Line her up, put her on. Oh, hang on. You know what we forgot? After all that, I got in a big hurry. I did not put those Hang on. Let's lean her up here nice and easy. See? That's what you get getting in a big hurry, Daryl. I think a little strike on there, a little spiders. Little spring. Can't forget that. So, let's take these back out. That's not a bad job. We gotta find out where the little spring went. Oh, you thought we were done. Oh boy, what were you thinking? There we go. See, this is nice. Let's just set it right there for now. If we're going to do that job, we got to have integrity. And if you got integrity, you do the job 100%. Okay? We do not do anything halfway. All right? Remember, Mom taught me that when I was a little kid. If you're going to do something, do it right. All right? Here's those springs right there. And they got on the Ray Bestis a little hook, right, or a little hole right in the top side there. And that'll just keep the brake pads from just sitting there rubbing on the on the rotor, you know, on them brake rotor thingers. Look at that. Oh boy, Mom would be proud, wouldn't she? You did a good job, boy. You did a good job. You didn't shortchange anything. All right, let's get her done. Let's get her in here. Slide it back. Now we do what we're supposed to. Come on. A little grease on that nut if you squeak. While she's going in. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, can't do it. And I'll hold it like that. Yeah, that little snuggie. Let's get her snug there. Now let's get this stop like snug. Get it down. No, can't do it. I don't have the technology. Get her done. All right, there it is. Now, where were we? There was a 3-minute interlude. All right, let's see what do we got here. Let's get them lined up. Get that back on here. All right. I'm going to shut this off and then we'll tighten this all up, torque it down, and we'll get back with you. All right, let me show you a couple quick things here real quick. Here's what we got. Some Ray Bestis. Well, I thought they were American made. No. It came from India. Even these great companies. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. Ray Bestis brake pads. What's that say? Made in India and Macho and India. Yeah, you know what I mean. These are good pads, though. Good pads. I thought I was buying American-made pads. Typical. All right, and so let me show you here. There's, hope that's not too bright. Here, I got the lid off here. I'm going to put that back on the brake right there. And, fluid's up kind of high. You know what we're going to do? I'm glad I did that. You know what? Stand by. I'm going to vacuum some of that out of there. We don't want it over full. See? That's what happens there somewhere along the line. They must have topped it off at the Honda dealer, and I don't want them to do that. Stand by. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right in there. I can't find my turkey baster anywhere, so I had to go borrow this one from Mrs. Evie Darrell. And what we want to do is just pick some out. Some overzealous, so nice, some nice Honda employee. He was trying to be nice. Since I didn't want the brakes done at Honda, he thought, no, I'll just top off his fluid for him. Yeah, when they do that, though, that's the problem. They're just trying to help out. So, try to get her down. What we want is just down low enough to get the cap on, because once we pump the brakes up, some of that will go back down in. Okay? So I just took a little bit out. Get her down low. Now, let's put this cap back on. Right there, she's on tight. Now let's wipe up any kind of brake. If you've seen any kind of drips, brake fluid is very, very strong. Very, very strong. So if you had a drop, there's a drop. Wipe up every single thing you got anywhere around. Okay. Take the extra time, wipe it all down. Just check every single thing just to make sure. And she's good and tight. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is bump up those brakes a little bit. All right, I don't know if you can see very well or not right there. I don't know how much you can see or not. It is just below the max sign, just below, just barely below, which is fine. It's perfect. Okay. So, nothing against the Honda tech. He thought since I didn't want brakes, he'd just top off my brake fluid, which is not a good idea if you're going to go home. And I told him I was going to go home and change them. All right, stand by. All right, let's get this finished up. Just took her for a test drive. She's smooth, smooth as a whistle. All better, all good. And there you go. This car has, this van has 101,445 miles. Those were the original brake pads in the back. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So they should last another 100,000 miles. Okay? All right, everybody, stay safe and continue to make good choices.